It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game. I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now one in the first quarter. What do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move, but the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. What do you have, 4 in the game last week? Without having some go-to moves with counters.
So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. That's caught. It's John Hightower. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 8.
Shotgun now for Wentz. This will be taken in by Hightower. He's at the 30. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
1st and 10 at the 10.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Prescott to throw it. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop.
And got his man complete.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. To throw is Prescott. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Elliott. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and long for Prescott. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Open man, Lamb. It's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
First down, Dallas.
First down carry by Elliott. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I've played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
First and goal at the 5.
They'll run with Sanders. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
4-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd down and goal. Wentz steps away. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about it. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
On second down, it's Elliott. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Being chased out left. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd and goal. Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they get the 3 points, but they've now had 3 trips into the red zone, and that's all they've come away with.
And in the NFL, the way they measure red zone efficiency and success is you score touchdowns on those drives. That's first and foremost. Getting points, that's the second measurement. So by that measure, they haven't done very well. They've got to figure that out.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously...
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2nd down and goal. Wentz. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Wentz. The quick slant caught. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning.
4th and goal.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of his end zone, Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Third and short yardage, Prescott. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
At the 15-yard line.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Now Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Eagles from 8 yards out. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down, Prescott. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown.
Pass complete to
Amari Cooper. As the first half is winding down, and the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Eagles 10, Cowboys 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. And now it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
He was hoping to get that to John Hightower.
And that'll make it third down.
Down and 10 yards to go.
Wentz now to throw. And he will go down. Cowboys sack. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after?
In trouble, and he's taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. Off the play fake, Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. It's caught inside the 25.
Prescott.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
38 yards.
An explosive 38-yard pickup. They'll throw again. Prescott. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 more there and another first down.
And a Cowboy first down.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Pass incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Cowboys 14, Eagles 10.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Their own 21-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Wentz going to throw. Man open. It's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. 12 yards on the play. Leads to 3rd down and 1.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
He's coming. Run. 74.
They go play action here on 1st down. And quickly finding Rager. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
He gets his first catch there, but all in all, when you're talking about the #1 receiver in the NFL coming into this game, and we're just talking about the first catch there, I think they're doing a nice job of bottling him up.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Once again with Sanders. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
1st down, Cowboys.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
13.
Play action now. Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. They come up here on 1st and 10. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Prescott yet again. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Cowboys on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. To the air again, Prescott. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Prescott off play action. Looking for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was hoping to get that to John Hightower. That'll bring up 2nd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a 1st down. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. That'll be caught. Rager with it.
Oh, yeah,
Touchdown,
that's how we do it.
Philadelphia. Jalen Rager with touchdown number 8 on the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front.
Well, partner, this hasn't been the smoothest day for him, but he certainly picked the right time to get right, as they like to say. How about that for a touchdown?
Boy, he did. I guess they say all's well that ends well. It's not over yet, but you're right. He picked a good time for that first touchdown pass.
Exactly right. Not over yet. The defense is going to have to make it hold.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
On the coverage.
Prescott. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down.
Incomplete. It's third down. And 10 yards to go.
Prescott to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. Prescott to throw on fourth. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are likely going to win it. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Well, running on first down is Sanders, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage before he's taken down. A loss of 1. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Another run with Sanders. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. To throw is Wentz. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
Still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Cowboys.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Thrown to the sideline and
so now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
And 10 yards to go.
They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let it fly. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. One last shot now for Prescott. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw